May You Never by John Martyn. I've had so many requests to teach this song over the years, and I certainly do not nail it exactly like John Martyn used to play it. I play it slightly differently. The way he plays it sounds to me like full flow state, by which I mean he is varying it as he goes along. There are variations to that main rhythm which are intentional, but also it's a very authentic folk style of playing fingerstyle, and I'm a very pop and rock guitar player, to be honest. I'm not a folk style player, but I can show you exactly how I played it in the demonstration you've just seen just then, and also show you some percussive style things that we're doing here, which is what people really like about it, this cool rhythm that he's got, including the tap with the thumb, the tap and a strum at the same time, and how to combine that with flick-offs. This is how I play the section that's kind of... and hopefully get you further along the line than you perhaps have if you've had a go at this song before. What I wasn't aware of until I sort of planned out this lesson was Eric Clapton did a version of this which is far simpler. There's basic strumming in this and it's all the same chords, so you can kind of perhaps start off by learning the Clapton strumming version and then look at how we can add these percussive things to it. May you never lay your head down without a hand to hold. May you never lay your bed out in the cold. You're just like a big strong brother of mine, you know that I love you. If you do like this song and this wonderful folk style of music, we do have plenty of advanced acoustic guitar courses, including fingerstyle, percussive fingerstyle, even nylon string and flamenco lessons, all available at andyguitar.co.uk and on the Andy Guitar apps. There's a 10-day free trial for all of those, so you can even check them out risk-free. And to learn this advanced style of guitar playing, you are going to need to learn the principles and techniques in the right order to be able to get anywhere near it, really. So I do recommend those as an offering to perhaps bring your percussive fingerstyle playing forward. Let's check out this amazing song. So, whichever version you're going for, capo 2nd fret, and we're in the capo key of D major. You could do it without a capo and just play it in D major too. So we have the D major chord, a G over B, A major or A7, back to D, and it's kind of a round of that for most of the song. The only other stop or pause in the song that does something different is the B minor chord. Love is a lesson to learn in our time. You could, I mean, if you can play the rest of this, you probably, that B minor chord's not going to give you any problems, but you could do a B minor 7 if you're doing the Clapton version and you're just strumming it just to keep it accessible. So the general vibe is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. After then, A major, back to the D, A major, back to D, and then the only different is that B minor, which is a single strum. So the Clapton version's a little bit like this. And I'm going to demo this with a down, 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 up strumming pattern. Very simple. May you never lay your head down without a hand to hold. May you never lay your bed out in the cold. You're just like a big strong brother of mine, you know that I love you true. You never talk dirty behind my back, and I know that there's those who do. Oh please, won't you bear it in mind? Love is the lesson to learn in our time. Please, won't you bear it in mind for me? So if you have experience strumming along to songs in the key of D major in particular, and with a similar strumming pattern, that should be fine. So we can now focus more on these percussive elements and some of the licks that John Martyn added. Again, Not 100% accurate to the way he plays it, because I don't play like him, but I can show you these percussive techniques and some really cool stuff. So the first one is this thumb tap. Now we get this sound by tapping string 5 and string 6 to the higher frets on the neck just here. You can do that still a little bit more over the sound hole, but that sweet tapping sound is coming from the higher frets just here. So we can do that if we pluck, just to get used to that motion. Just let it fall. Don't tense your arm. We're trying to get rid of any tension to do this as naturally as possible. Just get used to that motion. So pluck and then the thumb first of all. We can do a tap and a strum or a pluck at the same time, but it's hard to do the pluck. But if we do the strum, what's going to happen is the first finger is going to go down at the same time. And this is how I play the section that's kind of that section. So we've got a thumb going down and a strum at the same time, which goes like this. I also do this for the section, and it's when it's combined with a flick off at the same time. So for that it's a D sus2, hammer on the middle finger, flick it off. And if you've never done that before, strum, hammer on, flick off, but then with that technique. So we get the tap as well. We can also do it with the flick off. Those are the only percussive elements in it, really. They're the percussive techniques that you want to get down, but there's a certain groove to this song that's probably different to anything you've done before. So you will be all fingers and thumbs when you're first learning, all that kind of thing. But I'll talk you through that in a second. The thing I want to focus more on is the intro. This is the actual 12th fret. So at the double dot, and then the third finger at the 13th. Plucking those two strings and then the open A string, open string 5 as well. Move them down by 2 frets. Simple to do on its own, but I would like you to have a go at linking that to the ones that happen lower down as well. Because if this is a song you like, then this is something you want to add to your playing so you can take on loads of other songs, perhaps by Donovan, other folk artists, or just it's a really cool thing to kind of get. And the idea is we have these two pairs of strings in the intro, but then we're going to link them with the actual 9th fret, both fingers, both strings, little finger and third finger, 7th fret with the third and little finger as well, and then we go back to this shape, kind of a B minor 7 shape, at the 3rd and 4th fret, thinking of the capo, and then 2nd fret, which ends up giving us this. Link that with the intro, and then we see where all these come from. Just for my technique, again, I'm a pop and rock guitar player. I tend to play that A major with a flat first finger. So you're going to see me doing that a lot, but you could do this instead. Get used to that first. Thumb, pluck, and then that intro. That gives you all of those. I'll tab those out on my website, which I'll link to in the description below if you're watching on YouTube, or just it will be under the video on my website. But it's very useful for your general playing for sure. Right, let's have a look at this finger picking pattern. Let's get stuck into this. few things that are going to help you out. I'm playing the D major like this to free up the first finger to go to that G over B, and also for some riff stuff. And I'm also only hitting the middle 4 strings apart from the strum of the D sus2. Other than that, middle 4 strings. It's kind of bossa nova style when you think about it, just percussively. That's the first section over those first 2 chords. Let's just stay on the D and loop that section. Then it's gonna change a lot. It's, as I say, it's pure flow state, which means it's not staying to one pattern, but and slowly from the first section. Lots and lots going on to get your fingers in a twist there. Let me zoom in on this faster section, which took me the longest to get anywhere near, and I still don't do it like he does, but this is the way that I play it. And then it's that repetition of the A chords, which I always like to move up here because it sounds like the melody. But he never really goes up there. Again, I'm varying it from the original. And then when we get to please, won't you bear it in mind, the pattern on the B minor chord tends to be a non-bar chord B minor, which means same bar chord shape, but with the first finger just hitting string 5. 1 strum. So strum string 1, string 3, 2, 1, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. That's the general pattern. Ending. That's all just a D major scale. Actual ending. Hopefully that gives you some breadcrumbs of how you can work up to playing this song, but it's not something that you'll perhaps learn in one sitting. It's something that you'll come back to and see whether you can get that boogie going and the tap. Some days it happens better than others. It's one of those, so definitely check out the May You Never version by Eric Clapton for a bit of a strum along. Play along to these recordings as well to really get those grooves. It really helps your rhythm. More help with fingerstyle and percussive fingerstyle can be found below this video in the description on YouTube and on my website. We've got plenty of courses, plenty of advanced acoustic guitar stuff. Highly recommend that you check it out. This is a style of music that you're excited about and that you really want to know.